souvenirs and Osmania University special publications on this historical occasion. Reflections English lonu, Saughat Urdu lonu, Vandela Osmania Teluguloను ప్రత్యేక సంచికలుగా గౌరవనీయులైన మన రాష్ట్ర గవర్నర్ శ్రీ ESL నరసింహన్ గారు ఆవిష్కరించవలసిందిగా రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. ప్రథమ ప్రతిని మన ముఖ్య అతిథి ఆనరబుల్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియాకి అందజేస్తారు ఆఫ్టర్ రిలీజింగ్ దిస్ స్పెషల్ పబ్లికేషన్స్. साल सौ साल की उस्मानिया सौगात उर्दू May I now very earnestly request Chief Guest of this function, Honorable President of India, Sri Pranab Mukherjee sir, to address the gathering. Honorable President of India.
Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, Sri ESL Narasimhan, Honorable Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, Chief Minister of Telangana, Sri Bandaru Dattatreya, Union Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Sri Kadian Srihari, Deputy Chief Minister and Education Minister, Government of Telangana, Dr. Keshav Rao, Member Parliament, Dr. Banthu Rammohan, Mayor Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, Professor S.R. Ramchandran, Vice Chancellor, Osmania University, Professor Chaudhary Gopal Reddy, Registrar Osmania University, members of the Executive Council, Academic, Senate, faculty members, distinguished guests, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a proud privilege for me to be present amidst you on this occasion when you are initiating the 100 years of your prestigious institution, Osmania University of Hyderabad. 100 years ago, on this day, a visionary, Mir Osman Khan, the last Nizam of Hyderabad, had a vision, had a dream to establish an institution, university in Hyderabad, which will be of world standard. Since then, 100 years have passed, and these 100 years, from 1917 to 2017, world saw many momentous changes, including the momentous change in your own state. The international world has witnessed. Remember the year 1917, when the First World War was in its peak and declining, to be concluded in 1918. Thereafter another war within 20 years of Versailles Agreement, which drew the final conclusion of the First World War. In other words, in the first 50 years of the last century, world saw two devastating wars. World also saw the birth of a new nation. On the midnight of 14th, 15th August, when half of the world was asleep, India awoke from the slumber of all 190 years foreign rule, and a new dawn began. India began its tryst with destiny, and that movement is also going on. I am not here to repeat the history of 100 years. Many of you are fully aware of it, and particularly an esteemed institution of which you have the privilege, dear students, to be the students' institution being your alma mater. On this occasion, I would like to have a few reflections on the objectives of our education system, of institutions of our higher learning, particularly the universities. Many years ago, when in 1956 the University Grants Commission was established, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the Prime Minister of India at that time, made an observation and outlined the objective of an university. University would be a place of higher learning, would be a place of creating liberal and environment. It would be a place where free exchanges of views, ideas will be exchanged. It will be a place where mighty minds, both in the form of teachers and students, would interact with each other without any bondage, without any external imposition. I do feel that is the ideal objective of the university, an institution of higher learning. And we had that. We had over a very long period of time, not 1 or 2 years, but almost 100 years, over centuries, almost 15 to 1600 years, India had a leading role in the field of higher education in the international community. Institutions like Takshashila, which is now in Pakistan, institutions like Nalanda, Bikramshila, Udanpuri or Sombihar, all of them are in ruins now. But they brought the mighty mind, talent from all over the world in the form of teachers and students who made, exchanged their views, advanced the learning on the basic principles of humanity. Osmania University was established with this dream that it would be an institution of excellence where free minds will meet freely, exchange ideas, views, interact and live in peaceful coexistence. Today, when we look at, there is no doubt there has been huge development of higher educational infrastructures. Right now, when I am speaking before you, there are 757 universities, including 16 IITs, 30 NITs, scores of IISERs, institutes of higher management. Quite a few of them have made their marks. Take the examples of the IITs. Originally it was 8 when it started, and I am told that most of the IITs, particularly the old IITs, had almost 100% campus recruitment. The IIT graduates, they are providing the leadership in the mercantile world today, managing a large number of multinational companies all over the world. It speaks of talent, excellence of education and development of mind. But not only, we can be satisfied with few IITs or few NITs or few IISERs. We shall have to develop our universities as the model, as the temple of modern learning, where mighty minds will come from all over the world, both in form of teachers and in students. I am happy that some of the initiatives which have been taken, like GIAN, through which networking today Indian universities are in position to avail 800 world-class experts to our educational institutions and to our teachers. As President of the Republic, in my capacity, I am the ex officio visitors of more than 100 central institutions. And for the last 5 years, when I assumed this office, almost like a parrot, in every educational congregation, I emphasize on having excellence, achieving international standard, finding universities of India, institutions of higher learning in India, occupying their rightful place in the world, least brought out by international reputed agencies. When I found first, it was in 2013, while addressing the convocation of IIT at Kharagpur, while having tea with the faculty members, I asked the director, "What is your campus recruitment?" He very proudly and correctly so told me, "Sir, almost 100% we cannot supply. Any part of the world, you will find an IIT graduate of Kharagpur, Kanpur, Delhi, Bombay, Mangalore." Then my next question, on which I think he was brittle nonplussed, I asked, how many of your ex-students have devoted themselves in basic research in India or abroad? His response was quite a large number abroad, but not in India. This is the point which I am trying to drive at. When you are celebrating 100 years of your prestigious institution, dear students, esteemed faculty members, I will urge you to look into this aspect. We are lagging far behind in basic research, innovation, and we cannot achieve excellence in education if this aspect is neglected. I do not blame the academic institutions alone, because substantially it requires uninterrupted flow of fund, and it comes either from government or from industries. State funding is not possible to the extent required. Industry must come forward. There must be an interface between industry and academic institution. Chairs should be created. Special research projects should be endowed by the industry. Industry should develop a vested interest in education, in research, in advancement of science and development. Then and then only we will not only be able to occupy our rightful place in the map of education system, but also economically being advanced, we will occupy our rightful place in the international community. I will not prolong my observations, because what I am telling you, there is not a single thing which you are not aware of, particularly these distinguished faculty members. What I am trying to emphasize, that this idea is to be reflected in action, so that when we celebrate another milestone, maybe after 10 years, maybe after 15 years, I will not be there. Many of us may not be there, but surely institutions will be there. And we can claim that yes, we have achieved this milestone from the centenary of Osmania University. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, the first education minister of India, and while founding the education system in this country, always emphasized on three things: research, innovation, and interaction with the society. We cannot live in isolation. Academy of higher institutions or higher learning must have close interlinkage with its hinterland and the society and surroundings in which it is located. And if we have, I am sorry, I have very bad throat, but on the one hand, as we will have interface with academy, industry, to advance our research, academic excellence, to create new faculties, to have new chairs, to have new departments, to start new projects which are relevant, updated, and which will help to develop our mind, sharpen our intellect. On the other hand, we shall also have to try to resolve the problems of the locality, the problems which can be solved easily, which is within the possibility, realm of possibility of us. If we do that, then the institutions will also have its deep root, not only in its academy, in its students, but also the society at large. I am deeply grateful to the authorities of the university for inviting me to participate your joyous centenary celebration. And on this occasion, I can only wish you Godspeed, all success in your mission, in the mission of the founder to have an excellent institution in Osmania University of Hyderabad. Thank you, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.